Alright, so I planned on showing you the worst stuff first and getting to all the jewelry, but I'm just going to go straight into the jewelry. And I had to do a voiceover for this because my son was making a lot of noise. Look how much there is. That's a sneak peek to see how much there is. Okay, so starting, we're gonna look at this clutch that I bought. It's like Southwest style. I don't know if it's actually like Native American make, but I looked these up online. I mean, I knew what it was when I was buying it. The tag is in there. I'm hoping to get at least like 125, 150 bucks for this one. So it's super nice, and I think it has sterling silver clasp. I didn't see a mark on it, but I think that's what it is. Okay. Next thing, oh yeah, I grabbed these YSL, the vintage YSL frames. You know, I know some people still use those. Even though these are prescription, they'll put their own lenses in there, use them as sunglasses or whatever they like. Okay, so it's not the original box or little package for them, unfortunately. Next thing is, I think this, oh yeah, I had to hide that. That's something I gotta show you guys in a little bit. Something special. Okay, look at this beauty. Native American coral, has a sterling clasp. It's coral, turquoise, and I guess shell of some kind. I'm not the expert on the Native American stuff, but some of these pieces are going to be a lot newer and some are older. Look at that one, chunky. It's got the sterling like beads on it with the chunky turquoise and the coral. That one I think is a little bit older. I'm hoping it's like an older one, more vintage, and it's just beautiful. Okay, the next one, oh, I'm just double checking here to make sure that there's nothing hiding in that cotton. Little Italian made micro mosaic. So it just says Italy on the back, and it's obviously not gold or anything, but it's cool. It's a micro mosaic, or I don't know if it's actually considered micro mosaic because I have seen them way tinier, but it's at least a mosaic. Pretty cool. That one's not going to be crazy money. Looked like maybe like 30 bucks or something, but still a cool little brooch. Sorry guys, I'm driving. Alright, next is this little Native American ring with the little pieces in there. Yeah, so super cool. Sterling silver. I'm looking for a mark. I don't think there is any kind of mark in there, but it's pretty thick and weighty. It's a nice one. It's got like a kind of a figure on it. Yeah. So that one's cool. Next, this one has a pretty neat design. Awesome looking with the little turquoise chips in there. But you'll see here, it takes me a moment to realize, but there's actually a big piece that's missing. So this is going to need someone who likes to repair jewelry. Right there. So that's kind of a bummer. It's kind of a big section that's missing out of there. Oh well. Little sterling silver Roadrunner with a turquoise eye. You can see that one was cheap at the time, $3.25. That one's not going to be a particularly valuable one. I just grabbed it because I thought it was cool. Not going to be a big money maker. But there was so much at this house, man. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful with the coral. And this one is signed inside. It's a pretty famous maker. Kunis, I think. Yeah, P.D. Kunis. So that one I don't know if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but that one is going to be decent money. Just a nice little sterling cuff bracelet, and it's in really good condition too. So I do like that one a lot. Next is going to be, look at that. Now, this one struck me as like a little bit more modern, but maybe it is older. I don't know. This one didn't have a mark on it, but the stone is so nice and just bright, you know? So that's the construction on the back. I don't think, there wasn't a signature in there, but look how cool that is. It's a nice big one too. So I think someone's gonna love that one. It should be decent money as well. Okay, look at this. This one I think is a little bit older, and I really love this, like the graduated size of the turquoise, and then whatever the white stone is down there on the bottom. It's just cool, and there's a couple little kind of pink orange coral pieces in there. So this one I did think was a little bit older, but I don't know for sure. I have to do a little more research on that. But I do like that one a lot. It's just simple, but really cool. Look at this guy. So this one has the sterling beads and just kind of very raw pieces of coral, pieces of turquoise. You know, very sharp, and it's quite long too. So that one is very cool. Love that one. And I don't know if a lot of these clasps seem like they were not original to the pieces. So you'll see some of them look older, but then they have a newer clasp. I think they were just replaced later on. Okay, check this out. This would be you know, for holding hat pins. Pretty nice. At least it's got the maker on the bottom, so I can look it up. So that's pretty. Got a floral kind of design. I think I took too long showing this stuff, and I'm probably gonna have to make multiple videos. Look at this weird thing. It's a giant caterpillar brooch. So my wife would probably be really grossed out by that, but look at that. Isn't that, I think it's cool. I don't know how they made it so solid so that they can use it as a brooch, but it's pretty neat. I mean, and it's still in good condition. So that's gonna take the right buyer for that one. Okay. Now, this, I'm almost positive is amber. It really looks like it, when I look at it with the loop, like you can see, you know, some dirt and stuff like inside the stones. And again, I'm not an expert on amber. It has an interesting sound, and it's nicely carved. I guess they call it fetish when you have the little animals like that. So cool, man. And it's got all several different kind of animals carved in there. That one, man, that one might be some good money. And then the black part is not like a cord. It's actually more of these tiny little beads. I don't know what they're carved out of, but just cool, man. And again, nice condition. Everything this lady had, she really took care of it. So that one I think is probably gonna wind up being an older piece as well, but that one is just gorgeous. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, I grabbed this. Looks like it's made out of like a vertebrae, and then they just beat it around it and turned it into this kind of bowl. That's unique. I mean, that's cool. I like that. Tiny little beads. The beadwork is pretty interesting on that. Okay. Next, I think we're gonna get into some rings. This one's cool. I think it has little, what is it, little frogs on it? Yeah, the little frogs and the nice stone in the middle. This one does have what looks like maybe a maker's mark on it. So I can figure out hopefully who made it. I think it's probably more modern, but who knows? I'll figure it out. Then we got this piece. This one I forgot about, man. This one got me excited because it is actually sterling silver and 14 karat gold. And it's not a small bit of gold on the outside. It's pretty decent amount of gold, and it fits. Look at that. Yeah, I love this. So cool. Like a panoramic sort of scene, you know, nighttime scene with the trees and the mountains. So yeah, it's got the maker there, and it's marked 925 and 14K. So found another piece of gold. Love that. Love that. Okay, check this out. This was the real one. This was the only gold I actually knew about when I bought it. I was hoping there was more gold in there, but I saw this one. This is a nice, big, cool ring in 14 karat gold, and I love the design. It's got that crazy, like, wavy design, and it's just a nice, solid piece of 14K. It's about 2.4 grams, I think, something like that. So that's $200 and something right there. So that makes a good chunk of my money for all this stuff. And here's another little sterling silver one. Very cool. Kind of like a tree branch plant shape. Yeah, in sterling silver. I don't think there's a maker on that one that I can see. But that's a good sellable one. Okay, so let's see what we got next. Oh yeah. Okay, so put the gold one aside. Okay, look at this. This one is beautiful. And I think, again, this is an older one. This one might be around like 1940s. It is signed, and it's just beautiful. So this should be a Zuni ring, and I think some people call it snake eye style, or maybe cluster, but that's such a nice one. I love that with the tiny little pieces of turquoise. It's so cool. It doesn't want to fit on my fingers, but look at that. That's beautiful. And I love how the little kind of sterling beads soldered onto the outside. Look at that. Yeah, I really like that one. That one I think is going to be good money, and so is this one. Next, it's going to be, I think, some earrings. Yeah, some clip-on earrings. Again, sterling silver and turquoise. Pretty cool design. There's a few of these clip-on earrings. Pretty simple, but bright and beautiful. Yeah, I like that. No maker on those. Another set, sterling silver and turquoise clip-ons. Got some polish crud down in there, so that will have to be scraped out of there with some toothpick or something. And there's even more down here too underneath. Yeah, it looked like she was polishing them and got a lot of that paste in there. So yeah, those are beautiful. All right, look at these. I love the design on these. This one does have it's just marked sterling, and then it does have a maker's mark. I think it's a feather. I'll have to see if I can Google Lens that or something, but it looks like a feather to me is the mark. And I just like the shape and design of these. So cool for clip-on earrings. Yeah, so they would sit this way on the ear. And again, yeah, it's just a little feather mark. Maybe that one's more clear. Yeah, that's a great pair. Luckily, I didn't end up with any singles. All the ones I grabbed had pairs. Those are sweet. This, I don't know why I grabbed. Maybe I assumed it was a sterling bell, but it doesn't look like it at all, so that's nothing. Next is another set. Is there two in here? There should be. Yeah, there should be two of everything. Yeah, okay. Little Roadrunner, sterling and turquoise, clip-on earrings. Not too special, but very cool. Again, some of this stuff is not going to be the crazy money, but still a cool pair. I like them. Part of the collection. Okay. Oh yeah, so there's a pair of these, and they're marked sterling, and they have turquoise. Unfortunately, I realized there is one of the screw back parts is missing, and the worst part is I looked at it 100 times while I was in that house, and I know exactly where it is in the house. Bummer, man. I should have grabbed it. I don't know. I saw it and I was like, oh, there's a screw back, but I didn't realize any of mine were missing one. So that one's also got a maker on it. Pretty cool design with the screw back earring. So, oh well, someone will have to repair it. Okay. This is way too shiny to be sterling silver. It could be platinum. Let's take a look. What does it say? Are we going to focus? Oh, did I see what I think I just saw? I mean, it's very light, so it's nothing crazy. Yeah, this is 14 karat. Yes. Little 14 karat chain, tiny, tiny chain. I mean, this thing is probably maybe a gram. So that's going to go with the gold. Okay, put it with the gold. Check this out. Sterling silver, very almost like steampunk looking grasshopper. Look at the construction. It's so simple and perfect. It works perfect. Little turquoise eyes. That is very cool. It's small, but it's just big enough that it's interesting. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Moving on. Check this. Oh, wait. I'm going to wait till all those. I have a bunch of kind of the same looking thing, which I want you guys to see. And I'm going to get to that in a minute. Okay. One more little set. Sorry, I'm bringing back tons of fluff with me from the box. Okay. Neat, pretty plain. Just want to make sure they don't have any kind of signature. I think that just says 925. Let me get, where's my loop? Actually, I can't tell what that says. Let me look at the other one. Maybe it's just where the snapback has been hitting. Yeah, I think that's all it is. But it's pretty deep, but it's exactly in the right spot. So yeah, that's what it's going to be. Okay, nothing to look up there. Turn off the loop. Guys, this is crazy. I'm in heaven here. I love gold and I love sterling silver. Something about it. Okay, now we're going to get into, I have a bunch of pieces which kind of fall into the same category of sterling silver spiders. This woman was very into spiders. So she's got a lot of these. Uh-oh, we got a tangled mess here. Just want to double check. It looks like just silver, but I don't want to be wrong. Yeah, sterling, okay. The spider itself is marked 925. And what kind of stone that is, not sure. Very detailed, very cool. Pretty good size too. Okay, so we're gonna make a spider pile over here. Check this one. Tiny, Tiny little one. Like maybe like a jumping spider or something. The light really, I should have brought a flashlight with me. The light does really come through this. I remember. It looks pretty cool. So I don't know if that's just a piece of glass or what. But pretty cool. Tiny, tiny. Right? So if you're wearing that, I mean, someone could honestly be fooled into thinking it's actually a spider on you. They would just, it would trick their brain for a second. And that's, I guess it's just a little pin. Neat, huh? Okay, put that over here. Next spider on the list is, oh, this one I like. Okay, first of all, the chain is totally tangled. Give me 1 second so I can do the big reveal. Okay. Look at this one. It's a brooch. That's a nice one, huh? Let's look at the construction and see how it was made. You know, simple. Just cool. That purple stone. Again, I'm not good with my stones. Pretty, very pretty. Size is like that. Couple more here. Oh, this one is cool. That's probably onyx, wouldn't you think, guys? Let's see what it looks like with the light on it. Yeah, well, is it covered in the back? Yeah, it's covered in the back. So maybe onyx. And this one just says sterling. How's that size? Neat, very neat. Wow, dude. I'm loving these spiders. Okay, here's a necklace one. This one seems fairly simple. But pretty. I like how he's spread out like that. And he's on a sterling silver chain. Did I show you this? No, this one I didn't show you. It's on a sterling silver chain. Of course, double check that. Yeah, sterling. Whoops, my phone is slipping. Hold on. Okay. Now I really like this one too. Let me get the fuzz off of him. It actually looks like spider web. This one I like. I like them all, but what do you think of that? Is that more polish gunked up in there? Yeah. A lot of polish. So I guess she was polishing them. Oh, I can't even talk anymore. Polishing them a lot. And not cleaning it off too well. Just trying to see if there was a mark. It looked like there was something written under there. It might be copyright or something, like a patent date. There's a signature. It says 925, and then there's a signature under there. Darn it. Okay, you want me to change it? All right, I believe this is where we were. Okay, so one last look at this guy. Okay, put him with the other spiders. Okay, I don't know if that's it for the spiders. We'll see. I got a whole other little box here that I'm going to be pulling from. I went, when I was in the kitchen, I started looking through well, let's just finish with the Native American style stuff first. Big, big turtle ring. That, oh, it's gonna get stuck. Is it signed? It's pretty heavy. This is a heavy piece. That is cool. I love the color. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Look at his little smile. Okay, you gotta love that. Any more? Yes, there's a couple more. Gosh, some things got tangled. Bear with me, you guys. Bear with me. This is a very long one of these. Come on, man. Some of these have got to be legit. Look at the color, man. It's every different animal. Tons of different animals. That is like one of the coolest ones I've ever seen. Wow. And then you've got like the, what do they call it? Liquid silver kind of beads. She's got the magnetic, or no, it's a screw. She's attached on there. So this is how it was constructed. Oh, come on, focus. Okay, that's a lovely one. Nice and big, nice and long. Man, this is crazy, you guys. I know you guys probably want to know how much we spent. I don't want to say. It wasn't